Hey, Christy Mattoon here with Mind Rewire. I'm going to give you a little bit more of my background and who I am and where I came from, and you probably already heard some of this stuff anyway. Some of you, and most of you probably don't know, I'm a personal trainer. I still have my certifications through NASM. I hold more certifications through NASM than I care to even tell you about. And I might just someday, because I think it's kind of funny. Even TRX certifications, I used to teach the TRX force. I had a class of kiddos, high school students that wanted to be SEALs. They wanted to be Navy SEALs, and so we were doing the force protocol to get them in shape to try out for buds. Crazy weirdnesses. Anyway, I let my body fall apart. I started out at 300 pounds. I lost weight, gained muscle mass, turned into this crazy strong person. I almost got to where I could clean and jerk my own body weight. I was super impressed with myself by that. And it was just so much fun after I started healing, getting there. So on the physical side, this is all just the physical part of it. So I got super strong. I had this amazing strength. And I had issues with a bone in my foot. I had surgery for that. Had to have all the scaffolding removed, all the metal removed from it at one point. It was coming out anyway. It was trying to come out my skin. So they had to go and remove that. And then I broke my wrist. My shoulder on the same side froze. Like the story, it just fell apart. I remember Brian Lewis. I hope he sees this. I remember Brian Lewis standing in front of me one day, and he goes, "Atrophy much?" I had switched jobs. That was a fatal mistake for me. I switched jobs, went to this other place to work, left the 24-hour fitness I was at the time. It was too soon. I left it, didn't think about it. I got called in by somebody telling me a bunch of BS that never happened and wasn't true, and that was fine. It happened the way it happened. But I was in a huge atrophy state at that point. It wasn't good. And I remember him calling me one day, and he goes, "Okay, you realize you're in an atrophy free fall, right?" And I was like, "Oh, crap." And so atrophy free falls means you're losing all your muscle mass. And I wasn't working out with the intensity that I had been before at all, not even close. And so that really sucked for me. And what ended up happening is now this is 4 or 5 years later, I guess, and I'm not horribly weak, but I'm weak compared to what I had been. Stronger than what I was obviously when I was 300 pounds, but weaker than I should be at this stage of the game, I think. And I just now joined this little gym that has yoga, spinning, and TRX, and the TRX and spinning was the draw. Not a yoga person. But I just now went to a hot yoga class, and my goal was just to get there. That was the only goal, just get there. And I did. I got there. I actually stayed through the whole class. I thought at one point I was going to die, but I made it through it. Yay! I made it through it. And I'm just like, holy cow. Guys, move every day. Move every day. I can't believe how locked up my hips are. Cannot believe how locked up my hips are. My shoulder, I've got it freed up pretty good, but it's still not what it used to be. So move every day, along with breath and doing all this clearing and doing all this, getting into the heart space and doing all these wonderful things. You have to move every day. It's part of the physical body. It's part of our job as a human. It's to keep this temple strong, right? Go find something, even if you're just out walking. My dad is a brittle diabetic, or what he calls a brittle diabetic. He's been diabetic forever, since he was young, type 1. And as long as I've probably known him, he's tried to get his 10,000 steps in every day. Even after he retired, that was always his thing, is either riding his bike and getting his 10,000 steps in. They say most diabetics stroke out before they're 65, or in that period somewhere, just because of the nature of diabetes. And he's always been waiting for that. He's 73. And he attributes it all just to walking every day. So movement's huge. Get out and move. Go find something to do and move your body. Get your joints moving. It opens up your breath even more. I got to a new level of breath today that I don't think I've done in probably eons, if ever. And I think it's actually part of my lungs healing from all the asthma, all the medications for years. And I haven't had horrible asthma issues in probably at least 10 years, which is interesting too. And I attribute a lot of that to the working out that I had done, and to breathing like thieves oil and doing stuff like that. But lungs healing, opening up, right? I got into another level of bronchial tubes today that I don't think I knew existed. Move is the point of this. Get out and move. Do something really good for yourself today. Happy Friday. What an incredibly beautiful day today. All right, thanks. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Please make comments. I love it when people comment. All right, we'll talk to you soon.